sells any Gwent cards. I'm gonna do this with every NPC that we come across. I don't remember if they sell cards or not. Get across here and see. Nope, no cards.
Need to get going. Till next time.
Ah, but Gwent is so fun. Let's see. Who's the next victim? We actually went to the wrong person, but that's alright. Guess we'll swoop around. So whatever this tavern is, we'll have to go and see. Yeah, but Gwent was a game that they added in Witcher 3. Before that, they had other mini games in Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. The game was called Dice Poker, which was a very interesting game. It was pretty fun, but if you compare it to Gwent, Gwent is so much better and a lot more fun, I think. But Dice Poker was pretty fun for what it was. Alright, let's play this guy. Let's go ahead and save. So we've got to collect 9 more Skellige cards.
You need new breeches? Gauntlets, perhaps? What say you, fair knight?
Play some Gwent. Yeah, and I think there's the amount of factions that they have. I'll show you when we get into the screen here. The faction that I've been playing pretty frequently is the Nilfgaardian faction. They have other factions which are different types of decks that you can play. They have the monster deck, which is pretty cool. This deck, you can basically play cards that will summon multiple cards in a turn, which is the strategy there. Northern Realms. Northern Realms is like the default faction that you start with, and I think it's kind of just like, it's a default deck. I don't really know what its strengths and weaknesses are. I think it kind of teaches you a little bit of everything. But I think it relies heavily on siege units, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the Scoia'tael deck, which deals with, I think, some traps and trap cards, and you have units that are able to go from like close combat or ranged. A lot of cards do that, so whatever you prefer. And then the Skellige deck, which is the new faction that they added in Blood and Wine, the expansion we're playing right now. And we just saw how that was played, and that was kind of insane. But yeah, there's a lot of variety here for whatever kind of style you want to play. It seems quite polished for a game within a game. Yes, it does. It's actually really good. I don't think they really had to make changes, like with patches that have been released within the game, but yeah. They kind of tightened it up a little bit more in the standalone, but yeah, pretty good. Never learned Caravan in New Vegas, and I've got so many hours in. Yeah, Caravan is an interesting game. I tried to learn it, and I just could not. It was not fun for me. It was too, like, the rules weren't very clear on what you're supposed to do. But, maybe I was too dumb to figure it out. But, yeah, I never bothered to play Caravan in New Vegas. I don't think a lot of people really liked it, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe there's people out there that are experts at that. Another fun mini game within a game was probably, I don't know if you've ever heard of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It was a single-player RPG made by BioWare back in the early 2000s. And there was a game in there called, I forget what it was called. But it was a pretty fun card game where it was basically blackjack, where you couldn't go over 21 in that game, but it was a pretty fun game. I forget what the name is. I'll look it up here in a second. I will play... Let's play this guy. Forgot what the game was called. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Learn to type. Card game? What was the card game called? Pazak. Yeah, that's what it was called. That was a fun card game. What does his leader ability do? Clear any weather effects. Oh, okay, alright. That's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and play this card here. Siegfried. And what's cool is like a lot of these cards are from or like characters from the Witcher books, which I've never read. Most of them are from the previous Witcher games, which is also pretty fun. And then you just have kind of just random cards like these ones who are just like just random soldiers and spies and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Do I want to commit any more cards to this? I would say yeah. Let's play let's play this guy. Let's see if he wants to go. Go a little bit deeper here. He does. Vernon Roche. Cool dude. Yeah, I'm gonna play this little guy here. Let's see. I think after this I'm done here. Could play Biting Frost. That would knock me down to 1, and his... he would lose... He would go from 9 to 2. He would lose 7, which would put me in the lead. Let's go ahead and do it. I think I'll beat him this coming round, this next round. Or we can just use that, which is fine. Okay. It's fine. Okay, he will win this round. I will use my leader ability and get my card back so I can use it again for card draw from his graveyard. Well, that'll be the first thing we do, so we can't grab that. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and all the different factions have their own different abilities that they can get. Like the Northern Realms ability is after each round, I think you're able to draw a card, which is pretty cool. Mine is if a Gwent match ends in a tie, I automatically win it. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Let's go ahead and use our ability there. Grab that. Let's go ahead and see what cards we draw. Ooh, we got another card for card draw. Let's use that. And another one, but I'm not gonna play it. We'll play this and beat the round here. Oops. All right, round 3. All right, let's start it off with Ciri. I've also played... I used to play Hearthstone when it was in beta and when it first came out, but I definitely lost interest in that game, for sure. Because one, I've never really played World of Warcraft, so I know most of the cards are Warcraft cards from the MMO. But yeah, just the, like, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. Too much rage involved. I definitely prefer Gwent over Hearthstone, though. But It's probably because I'm a Witcher fanboy. Let's go and play all these cards here. What cards do I have that I want to bring back? How much those? I could use my Scorch. I think I will. I'll go and use that. Get rid of that card, that siege card you just got. Go and grab that. Take that back and play it again for card draw. The problem with the deck that I'm playing is that it's so time consuming to play a Gwent match because I'm constantly trying to beat my opponent by drawing more cards and having more cards in hand by the time we get to late game. But it's a pretty good strategy. And there's occasionally times where I don't get cards that will allow me to have card draw, but for the most part, I've been pretty lucky. I think we should be able to beat this guy. Still play Hearthstone sometimes, but Blizzard is really trying to run it into the ground. Wow. That's a shame. Alright, and we'll play that. Boom. 92 to 74. Camby. Is that Bambi's brother or sister? I don't know. Okay, this guy's an armor. I don't think he's gonna have Gwent cards. Let's see. Let's see if he's got any Gwent cards. Nope. Gwent cards. Okay, cool.
So
well, almost an hour into the stream and we've done 3 matches, so we've got 8 more cards to grab. Isn't too bad. Okay, let's go run over there. Lebiota. I don't want to run that way yet. It's 11 p.m. in the game. There's so many drunks out. Hilarious. Pheasant tree. Now, is this below me? I think this might be below here. Go around here. I think the last time that I played Hearthstone was probably when... Probably when the Old Gods expansion came out. I think that was the last time I played Hearthstone. Yeah. Are there actually more drunk people the later it gets? I believe so, yeah. I think this is... Where is this at? I think this is back in the tavern that we were in. Let's go back. Yeah, you'll notice that in the game, when... Am I going over here? No, it's locked. During the later hours in the nighttime, the taverns are more busy with people than there are like first thing in the morning type of thing. Pretty cool how they actually did stuff like that. It's very simple, but it's awesome that they actually took the time to do stuff like that. Pretty cool. Like, look at all these people here in the tavern.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Thus spake the prophet.
sprung from
Dark
the Empire
secrets
that
taints
fertilized
different
their
Oh, I
fire
think
with
this
hell.
guy we can
Thirst
play
doth
Gwent
one
with.
noble, sloth doth one gratify.
Okay, I'm gonna save this though because I think this is where the Gwent tournament takes place. I'm not ready to do that yet.
Heart's about to burst from a surface.
We might have to
I assure
reload.
you, Skellige is just as strong as the other factions. It shall soon be considered canon. Of this I'm certain.
I don't know. Always been a Nilfgaard man myself. I must give it some more thought.
Geralt of Rivia. Saw a notice about a Gwent tournament.
Ooh.
By all means, you've come to the right place. I am Count Martin Monnier, organizer-in-chief.
I don't think I want to
tourney's
start this
more than
yet.
mere diversion. We've a mission, see? To spread word of my brother's brainchild, Skellige, a new Gwent faction.
Well, let's see what happens. If this starts the Gwent tournament, we'll probably end up reloading because I'm not ready to do that yet. But I was supposed to come here for a Skellige card, so maybe after talking to this guy, we can play him and get that card and then enter the tournament. There'll probably be an option for that. New faction, tell me about it. New deck, where'd you get the idea?
New deck? Where'd you get the idea? I mean, why bother?
All Beauclair knows me as a great lover and promoter of Gwent. My brother, dead for some time now, was known to be the same. We shared another great passion, travel. Spent a great many years at sea in our youth, marking out our territory in multiple corners of the world. Yet the one that truly grabbed us by the stones were the Skellige Isles. The stormy sea, consumed by a fever, a suicidal awe, dashing itself against somber cliffs. That is the image I retain. It, and others like it, inspired my brother to devise the new faction.
Yeah, Skellige is an area you go to during Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. It's a very Norse sort of region with Vikings and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And this is a new faction that they added in the Blood and Wine expansion. Skellige faction was not something you could play during the base game. And then in the Gwent standalone, Skellige is also in that mix as well, which is pretty cool. Tell me about the new faction.
These new cards. Tell me something about them.
Their design embodies the Isle's spirit, the rage-filled potency, the rough, brutal beauty. Famed Skelligers, heroes of lore, berserkers and beasts, ogle us from the cards. Bran Tuirsek is the faction's leader, of course.
And the other famous Skelligers?
Hjalmar and Serisan Kreite, naturally, though not conjoined. Also Hemdal the hero, the venerable druid Ermion, the list goes on.
Emdal. Want to sign up and take part in the tournament? Okay, we'll see what this does. Like I said, we might reload. I was supposed to come here for a card, I thought.
The tournament. Where do I sign
Or
up
maybe
to
it's
play?
down below, I don't know.
Right here with me. I've one slot open, but there's a condition. You must use cards of the Skellige faction.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So in
See,
order to play, I
I've
have to
already
use that
asked
deck.
A great many seasoned players to do the same. Alas, all fear novelties, disdain process, care too much for the climax, for winning. So they insist on playing with their tried and true decks.
Why was that guy
Long story
pouring out his
short,
drink?
You need a sucker who will risk it. Take a stab at proving Skellige's no worse than the established decks. Best way to do that'd be to win this tournament using your brother's cards.
We understand one another perfectly, I see. Behold this trophy, standing stiff and strong.
Ooh,
It could be yours if you win.
that'll go in my
Not
house.
bad. Could look great in my house. On the sideboard, maybe.
Cool. But I don't have a Skellige deck, though. Hang on, we'll say this and... Well, actually, you know what? We'll say that and see what he says. Because we don't have enough Skellige cards for the base deck yet, so let's see if he says anything.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Play using the new faction.
That is an exceedingly good rub to my loins. Just one small adjoinder. I can only provide you a basic Skellige deck. My brother, alas, gave away or lost many key cards.
Oh, that's the cards
No
we gotta
chance
grab.
I can win the tournament with these cards?
An issue easily resolved. You must simply face local Gwent competitors, win the missing cards from them. Besides, it would be very good practice for the tournament itself. Here, the cards I can spare you. Take them, please. The rest I keep for myself, for I too intend to play as Skellige.
Already
cool.
got a good enough deck to play in the tournament as Skellige.
Might I have a peek?
Wait, I'm not ready for this yet.
You do indeed. Come back in 2 days' time then, for the start of the tourney.
That's fine.
What's new, Silver
Okay.
Locks? Looking for diversion?
I think that was part of the quest, though, right? Obtain a basic Skellige deck. Yeah, okay. So we did have to come here anyway to get the basic deck. The 19 cards that we're getting are the missing ones, so that's fine. Okay, that makes sense. Go ahead and save it then. Awesome. So what does the deck, the basic deck, look like? Let's see. I think that's really cool that they're like, hey, play in this tournament using the new faction, the new deck that we added in this expansion. That's pretty cool. So we will be playing Skellige. So I can use all those cards are the same. Pretty good. Yalmar, who we helped defeat a giant, snow giant, frost giant. Ceres, who we made King of Skellige, or Queen of Skellige. Ermion, who's a druid. Madman Lugos, who's insane. Blue Boy Lugos, which we went on a mushroom journey with, which was fun. Then we've got some warriors, and all that stuff. Older Blackhand. Yeah. Ulrich. Oh, nice. I remember that. Dude, there were some great stories in Skellige. I remember. Fun times. Camby. Summon Avenger. This card is removed from the battlefield. It summons a powerful new unit card to take its place. Sweet. The music gets so good in Gwent screens. I know. It's awesome. All these are new songs too that were specifically made for Blood and Wine. It's not the default music I've heard hundreds of times when we were playing The Wild Hunt. But yeah, the music is really good. Glad you like it. Alright, so now that we got that basic deck, let's go ahead and go over to this area, play the Innkeep, and then we've got 4 over there and 2 there. And then we'll have all the missing cards. And that should give us enough time to finish this and then maybe do the tournament, but I think I need to get in some practice games with the Skellige faction. So I don't know how it's supposed to be played, really. Even though I've seen it played against me a couple of times, I still don't really know what the best strat on that is. How's it going, ma'am? But she actually throws up, I think. Ma'am? Oh. You already did your business. I think you actually see the vomit. Funny. Oh yeah, in this tavern.
Dreadful. All clamates are wooed with ease,
Whoops.
yet every last one is free of disease.
Oh yeah, it's actually below us. Never mind. Whoops. The Adder Jewels. Yeah, all these taverns have awesome names. How's it going, madam?
Those
those oysters must have turned. I had one glass. It's dinner.
All right.
Welcome back, my friend. How can I be of service?
Let's play some Gwent, buddy.
Care for a round of Gwent?
I hope these Gwent songs are included on the soundtrack that I have. Okay. So let's get a couple more Skellige cards, and then I think I might put together a Skellige deck, and we'll try it out. It's gonna be hard to play something different because all I've played is Nilfgaardian. I think probably Skellige deck is probably my least favorite, but that's because it's probably the least deck that I've played, and I never really picked the Skellige Pats in the previous Witcher game, so I don't really know too much about Skellige in terms of like characters and stuff. We do have card draw. Let's get rid of this guy. And probably get rid of you. There we go, that's fine. Okay. At least you're playing that this round. This guy's playing Skellige. Nice. So we don't have any other... We don't have any other card draw, so I'm gonna have to take from his deck. What does his leader ability do? Shuffles all cards from each player's graveyard back into their decks. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna have to grab that pretty quick. Let's play Gaunter Dim. Oh, it's gonna... Yep, that changes it into a bear. Okay, so that card's pretty good. It went from 3 to 8. Place next to a card with the same name to double the strength of both cards. Oh, crap. Okay. I definitely think I need to put out a little bit more here. Play this guy. Ah, my opponent passed. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna take my card back with that one. I can draw more cards. So that's another Berserker. So if he plays another one of those Mazramon, or however it's pronounced, cards, you can turn it into another bear. That. I think I'm gonna let him win this round. Whoa, that's a 14 bear? Adds +1 to all units in the row, excluding itself. Dang, man. So those cards are pretty good. Berserker cards we're gonna have to put on our deck. Don't know why he did that. Not gonna get any benefit from that. I'm gonna throw this down and see if we can actually win here. Four longships. Okay. Alright, so it might not be a good idea to play anything here. We'll go ahead and play go ahead and play Triss. something in my throat there. We're gonna play, So this strategy of having these two war longships together is pretty good. It's even better with this commander's horn in effect in the row, but on its own, that seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and pass. So we'll win easy next round. Skellige trigger? What is that? I'm guessing if there's... Maybe it takes 2 random cards from your graveyard and puts it into to the field the next turn. That's pretty cool. That's true. It's also kind of ironic that both those are bears. I don't know. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Dude, this guy had 2 cards left in his hand. And he has all of this. Summons all Shield Maidens from deck and hand. And then because they have a tight bond, they pretty much double. Crap. Okay. Alright. Okay, my opponent has passed, so that means I have all the time in the world to try and beat him. Which I think I'll be able to. Go ahead and play that. Go ahead and play you. We'll get rid of 14 there. Yeah, easy. Go. And then just for the lulz, let's play this. Ooh, this new Gwent song just started and we have to end. Alright. Olaf! Card, nice.